this property.
Okay, we're recording now too.
10 years ago we came in, it was a beautiful entry.
These glasses are another camera.
In the nighttime, because it's beautiful two pine trees, we had these beautiful spotlights that provided light. And I'm sitting on a curb, and you know that's a very hazardous turn.
No, I
And one of the things that told me was those lights, and the view that you coming into the community is on the right, on the left-hand
This
side.
is Howard's
So
wife.
when this happened,
This lady's Howard's wife.
they're not even solar
Yeah, and
lights.
she's upset too.
Yes, ma'am.
She's upset.
Yeah, I think they're all electric. I'm actually pretty sure she's right, when those were installed.
This is
I
the
actually
Michael
remember
Tyler.
Tony,
Okay,
they're
that's
local
him.
voltage lights. So they do have power to them, but I believe they're, like I said, they're extremely low voltage, if I remember.
But what now? I didn't, what did you say? What is your
Oh,
name?
no, I'm sorry, I was agreeing with you. They were originally gonna be solar lights, but we ended up doing, low voltage lights instead. So I was just
Okay.
agreeing.
I'm sorry, I did not get your name. What is your name?
I'm Mike Baruti.
Okay, well, hi, Mike. Okay, Mike.
Pleasure.
Same here,
Very
same here.
interesting.
Congratulations on winning. You beat me.
What's his address?
But you know what, better you than me. Okay,
That's
so the
very
lights we're talking about, they're not for walking, right? They're not the ones walking from Painted Desert to the golf course. They're the ones that are spotlights on the two trees, correct?
Oh, no. I'm actually not sure where, I was talking about the one on the walkway itself. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, and let me go back to that one. Those, okay, they do work, I've reported them many times already. The problem lies that the timers are not set correctly. They go in on about 2 o'clock in the morning, and they turn off around when the sun comes out. So, is it,
I wonder what they're connected to.
I don't know.
Because pardon me, I'm not sure, but it's,
We need to check that out.
I don't know that Desert Greens, has a lighting timer. So
We do.
in that area,
Yeah, I actually, I don't remember where, Colleen, do you remember where Tony put that? Is that on the same bell box, right on the front?
I don't know.
Man,
It's
that,
been too long.
it's 12 years ago. I
Oh, no, Mike, I'm sorry to interrupt you, sweetie. This was done like 2 or 3 years, 2 years ago at the max, those lights that are supposed to be solar. That was done about 2 years ago, not 12 years ago. Now, you're talking about the panel that controls it or the timer, that's a different issue. But they're not working when they're supposed to be working. That's my concern.
I don't know, we'll have to check it out.
yeah, we haven't put any
we haven't put any lights in.
That's the confusion that we gotta go look at.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, so when somebody come and look at it,
Oh, my
reason
God.
is that now the 2 spotlights that were there before, they're gone, and they brought in a lot of light, and for me, a lot of security, honestly. Secondly, the walkway also dark, so I've been trying to create some light in my house, so it means that I have some light and try to help the neighborhood with
More
it.
space
So if
for
you
the
guys can do that, I would love you to death, and be my best friend forever.
if the lights are newly gone, wait a minute, if the lights are newly gone, then those were the solar lights that we removed.
No, they have not been really done. They were working for a while, I say maybe 2, 3 months, and then I complained about it, and the next week they were working fine, and then they stopped working again, and I complained about it, and I just kind of surrendered, because I couldn't give up. One day I came home at 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't want to tell you where I was, but it was a lot of fun. It was creepy, just we were, and the lights were on, and I go, my God, that's what it is, it's a timer. I did not realize they were on a solar panel or the solar lights. I'm glad that you guys told me this.
No, wait, pardon me. I heard it, sorry, Hanoi, you said that the lights are gone. And you can't, and so I thought you meant that they were removed.
Okay, let me
because we did remove.
Okay, you know what, English is my second language.
It's okay.
So, they're off.
This is ridiculous.
But they can walk
They
Yeah,
don't
for
know
an
what's
hour.
going on in everything.
A half an hour of this over some lights and whatever it is. And she's like,
stand in front of the
she
park.
was the
Maybe just like
wife
take a
of
picture
the
or two,
president, and she has no idea herself. Which one are you talking about? Just say what address it's in front of.
Just so I know the
I guess he's
area
the
of
president
exactly
now.
what you're talking about, so I know I'm looking.
Absolutely, and you know what,
He's
if
the
you're gonna
rep
look
for
at them
Painted
tomorrow,
Desert.
why don't
He
you do
kinda
this?
sounds
Make it a hot date. You
easy.
can
Sounds a
come,
little
and I'll,
crappy,
and
yeah.
come and I'll show you, no, I mean, Colleen, I didn't mean.
I know. That's good. That's awesome. Well,
So, I don't mind doing that, the only thing is I don't know exactly what time I'm gonna.
A 3-hour meeting at this age.
So, you know,
It's not at 2:00 in the morning, right?
maybe.
We're gonna be on the meeting still till the morning. Jesus. Let's get to the meat
Okay,
and
whatever,
potatoes.
okay, so then what I'll do, I just need your contact information, Mark, and I'll send it to you personally, so that way I know that when you get it, you'll be on, okay?
Well, if you could
Just send it to Colleen.
Don't send
that way
it
you
to me and then send it to me and then do the, what a bunch of crap.
Make them all look like they're doing something important.
He's still frozen.
it's such a great look.
I'll freeze him, come on.
Yeah, just send it to Colleen
I'm gonna
Conley.
just step in.
There you go.
So if
Ready?
you wanted the
There
picture,
you go.
She got cut
Thank
off
you,
anyway.
Michael.
She just got.
Mike, you wanted the pictures of the walkway, and you also
Why
wanted
is he
pictures
gonna-
of the spotlight.
That might go.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, got it.
He doesn't wanna be.
Okay.
Looks like he turned his camera off.
Yeah, he doesn't
Okay,
want
your
to
question about, and then an answer on the rock question, that's why it's on the agenda, the board still has to decide what we're gonna do.
be. Yeah, you better.
Okay, you know what,
Not.
give me 1 second. I understand, but you know what, this is going on way over a year and a half. I need you guys to please let me know when this is gonna get done, because this is not acceptable. That looks like a dump. It's not acceptable. I am not going to tolerate
Are we
There we
on?
go, there, but at least there she goes. Hey, that's good though for us. That's another one, and that's the president's wife.
Are we still
I
doing
look
it?
at that.
They are right now, yeah, but
Right outside my kitchen. I
I
don't
keep
think
trying to
that
jump
I
in,
need
but she just keeps going,
you
so
know,
we'll let her go.
subject to
It's supposed to be
walk
limited to 3 minutes, that's obviously.
corner.
They don't do that to me and let me go forever, they go.
All right. I know Paul had something.
Get him,
Hello,
get him back on, get him,
am I clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Paul, get him back on camera. This is supposed to be,
Judy's wondering why Michael is off camera. She doesn't have
Because
a.
he keeps lagging, he keeps freezing up.
My internet connection is not doing great here, I can go back on.
No problem.
It just
No
might-
problem. I just have another resident here at the house. So what she was asking is, she said, earlier, well, if we give our addresses, what home we're with, she wanted to know, are you in the community? Are you a resident? And what address are you at, Michael?
That's a weird question.
Well, I'm
I own a home in the community, yes.
Well, I'm at 7220 Painted Shadows Way, and so I'll take that as your response. Thank you very much.
no, I won't. What
Hey,
is
Ju-
your address?
Judy wants to know what your address is if you're a resident in Painted in Desert Greens.
Because I have you on Great Horizon Drive.
I'm sorry, there was a lag, could you say that again?
I have you at Great Horizon Drive.
Correct.
That's not painted, that's not Desert Greens.
Oh, that's I own a home in Desert Greens, and I also own a home in, over in the.
But you're not living in Desert Greens, are you?
No, I rent that house out.
Oh, okay, so you rent it out, but you're not living there.
Correct.
Okay, so then you're an absentee landlord.
Except it's on property all the time.
On property, if you guys were on property all the time and knew what was going on, you know about the lamp, you would know all the dead trees and stuff if you were on, all the time.
That is a community-wide all over Painted Desert, that is not exclusive to Desert Greens.
But we also walk the property.
No.
Well, finish your, go Paul.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and step in. I'm going to take my 3 minutes here. And what I'd like to do is just say that please try not, even if I present it as a question, try not to answer during my 3 minutes. I'm always timed out and I don't get a chance to complete. But if you want to ask me questions, I'm here to answer all your questions, and we can go well over the 3 minutes on your time, not on my 3-minute time, please. So let me just say, first of all, I just wanted to bring up a couple items that are on the agenda this evening. Number one, was the agenda posted? And besides the porthole, some people are having trouble getting into the porthole. Is there a possibility that can be posted properly on the outside of the door at the community center for residents to walk up and see? Why is that not being posted? Why sometimes do we have to go in and ask for a copy of the agenda, and we're given it, maybe 48 hours prior to the meeting? Some of us are having trouble, just so you know, on the porthole. If we sign in to one, let's say we sign into the Desert Greens, and we pay on Desert Greens, and then we try to pay our payment on the P.D.C.A, it will not let us pay on two different systems on the same system. So that's one thing that we just kind of wanted to point out, and I'd like you to answer that for me when I'm done with this. The next item is the landscaping. I noticed that you have an agenda item for $2,000 to remove rock, and I also saw a previous item in the past where we paid $10,000 to add rock. So we're adding the rock. Now we're paying to remove the rock. Why are we not just moving the rock from one place over to where it's naked on the ground with nothing but dirt, and we need the rock there? That's where we should be focusing. If we're going to do anything with our rock, let's first move it, rather, in my opinion, than paying again to take it away when we still have areas within our community that obviously need rock placed there to complete the landscaping. So that was number 2 on my list, and I have one more here, and I'll be out of your way, guys. The last one here is the management contract. I appreciate what you guys do, and I know, Colleen, that you got everything in a ball of wax here, and Molly was working on things, and now it's passed back to you. However, as homeowners, we do not feel satisfied with the community or the management at this point to where we would approve, or I would be, in favor of any approval of a raise or any type of additional funds. I understand we have a 3% cost of living adjustment that the yearly average usually is, and you don't want to end up in the hole on that. However, if you're going to ask for anything, we would just ask that first we get some of these management problems solved, then we can discuss an increase in pay. But first, we would like to see an actual resolve on our properties, and instead of them being depreciated, appreciated. And that's where we're a little frustrated. And so I know personally, not just me, my wife also, and I'm here, representing her, she's pretty frustrated and saying, well, if they do this, and if they agree to that, and if they spend this other money, they're going to increase fees again. And why would we approve any increase in fees when we're not happy with its current state? Those are my 3, guys.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, me.
And Judy's here too. She would like to take over. I know we're on one computer, but I think she should have her 3 minutes as well. She's another homeowner.
That's okay.
This is Yvonne, and I just had several concerns that kind of echo exactly what Paul has said, and commonly as well, and other neighbors that we have all talked. I moved here in 2021, right when COVID hit, and it was so beautiful driving in here. I can't even tell you. I came from Albuquerque and everything. There is not as beautiful as it is here, I'll tell you that much. And so that was a big part of me buying my home, is the community. I felt safe. We have a guarded gate. It's beautiful. I mean, it is like being on vacation. It was driving in here.
So
and
true.
I was deteriorated to the point where it's embarrassing to have friends and my family come visit, especially if they walk the neighborhood.
Yep.
Because for instance, in my yard,
Oh, look,
when
he's
I
leaving.
bought the
He's leaving.
property, I had a beautiful
What a coward.
and beautiful bushes that were healthy. And the first thing I knew happened, somebody chopped down the tree. It was perfectly healthy. There was nothing wrong with it. And that disappeared. I had no idea why. And, trees to me are a living symbol. Because especially living in the desert and coming from northern Wisconsin where we had trees more than we knew what to do with. But anyway, there was a large dead rosemary bush. It was huge. And the previous owners told me they had asked for 2 years to have it removed. I asked for 2 years, going through the appropriate channels, and it was never removed. So I paid a guy $400 to remove that bush and put in 2 new ones at my cost. And that's something the HOA should have done within at least a year or two to keep the value of my property up. And then the bald spots with the rock, as Paul mentioned, I did that times 100 because I have, again, petitioned to have rock replaced because the water pipes are showing and there's numerous bald spots. It looks horrible and it's never happened. I don't know what happened, but it's not happened in the last 2 years. So it looks like somewhere east down by Russell or some one of those housing projects, if you ask me. And then I had requested more than once to have some dying bushes cleaned underneath because I knew the debris was blocking the drippers. And it never happened. And so what happened is those bushes are all dead. Then I requested again to have them removed because they were dead, and the landscapers came and removed the living ones and left the dead ones. So,
yeah, they're about as bright as they can be.
It's horrible. I don't know what those landscapers are doing, but anyway, and the problem is, in my cul-de-sac, every home but one has had the same thing happen to them, and this has been over years, at least since I've been here, and nothing has been replaced. So it's bald walls, dirt, lacking rock. It just doesn't look like what our properties should look like, and what they used to look like. Yeah. And then. Let's see, what did I say here? I wrote everything down because I gotta say it quick. So anyways, and then like Paul, our dues were raised in January, and it's like, where is our HOA funds being spent? I don't understand. We're all paying $140 plus a month. Multiply that times 100 people, multiply that by 12 months, and we don't see any upgrades. We don't see our properties being managed. Now, if I want to put my house on the market, I'm not going to get what I should get because the neighborhood itself has deteriorated. Everything's dying and not being replaced. I look at Hanale's lot over here from my house as well, and it's devaluing our properties. So I guess I want to know when it's going to be rectified. And that's all I can say.
Judy.
I get through that.
Okay, my turn? Okay.
Is that a song?
Okay.
Now it's Judy's turn to.
Yeah, well, you know me. I don't mince words, okay? I've been here 30 years. We've had good board members, we've had bad board members. The bad ones are the ones that cost us money. 2001, the old folks, the ones that used to be board members when they were here when it first started, building and stuff, so they were on the board. All of a sudden, they got the notice from the water company. Oh, we're going to give you a rebate. Oh, you're going to get money back. We want zero, water in that. Oh, they got all excited. What did they do? They planted in rock. They went and tore up my grass on my property like you did now. They tore that up. They put rock all over. They tore everything out. And what happened? Everything was dying. We lost all of 100 trees. We lost all kinds of vegetation. my grass, the trees were dying
Yep.
in my thing, and we had to finally get the board gone. We had to write, and we had to go and get petitions and get things signed. We put a new president in, one that we worked hard with, and put everything back. We gave you people a property that was landscaped properly, that had the grass put in to make our association look nice, our little desert greens, and there was rock where most of the rock was. There was very little grass. All it had to be is maintained. Everything was done. And then you get these boards in who don't know what they're doing, and then they ignore things. And when you ignore a problem that you're supposed to take care of, that's what happens. Everything goes to hell, which we have now. So in 2007 and 9, we put everything back to the grass, and we left the portion of rock, and like I said, we put it back in, and so that the drippers and everything that we had, desert landscaping, but we had a couple sections of grass to look good, which is very healthy, not rock for a community. And then, so the trees finally started to come back. We were fortunate. And now you go to 2024, what do we have? You don't notify me. You know how many, I know my 3 minutes is up. You know how many things I've told you needed to be done? I told you the landscaping company, my God, they're a joke. That landscaping is our biggest part of our budget. And you've got a group that are lazy. They don't know what they're doing. All they are is hackers. And then you got the nerve in the newsletter to say they're so wonderful, and don't bother them and complain. Yeah, you know why? Because I'm the one that complained. I'm the one that talked to the things. I'm the one that talks. Do you know that the managers don't come around anymore in their little trucks? They send these guys out who don't know what the heck they're doing, this cheap labor, that all they do is hack. They hack it. We got the yellow bells. What do we have? They hacked them all to green. We don't even have any flowers. You've designated, must be friends or something, you've designated a few yards that look halfway decent. But the one that's a focal point of our community is my property, which you have devalued. And also, you ruined the shrubs in my house, and you know how many times I said that they're killing my shrubs because they're too darn lazy to do anything. They let them grow too big, and then they go and do something, and then they shock them. You cannot cut any shrubs down. You can cut a third. Any other than that, you put them in shock. And if you got a landscaping company that you're paying thousands of dollars for, they ought to know. And then you come and you take my grass away, and you put this stinking rock down that's ugly as hell. And then they put the drippers in, 25-foot trees that are beautiful. 25 feet, and you put drippers. One is 13 inches high. I'm not 13, but 13 inches. Yeah, 13 inches. I measured it.
The other one 2 feet.
And the lines are showing. And then you got others that are sticking up in the air. With our summer this time, that water didn't even get to a tree. It's already dissipated before it even hits the rock, which is probably 200 degrees. Now, what are you gonna do about my property and not only that, you don't get notifications. When I talked to her and I sent a notification and I'm complaining, why didn't you warn me that they were gonna go down and hack at all the shrubs? You can't hack any shrub. You have to know what you're doing. You come and you hack everything. I didn't even know about it, and you don't have the courtesy or anything to notify anybody. Yeah, that's why I'm mad. I'm mad for the incompetence. And you wrote out on your thing that for being elected, how you care about the community. You don't even live here.
I think, excuse me, at this point, I hear.
And are you the one that puts the little notes in? Oh my gosh, that needs painting. Oh my gosh, this is this. Frustration. I am angry from your incompetence.
And personal attacks it just can't happen.
I'm not giving you a personal attack. I'm telling you what you don't do.
All right.
You want to go to my yard? Go see what you did. You want to go see my pictures? Go see what you did. You killed the trees. I didn't kill them.
See, I think you're talking, but I think you're muted, so I couldn't hear what you just said.
I don't really care. You guys, you don't do anything anyway. Except ruin it.
Okay. She's. There it is. It's back. It's back on. We're back online now. We had a technical difficulty there.
Sorry.
I just kind of want to throw this out there real quick. So, you guys are correct. I do live across. But something I think you guys should probably know, and I would like Samantha, Irving, and Colleen. If you find anything I'm about to say false in any way, please correct me. I am the one that does the majority of the long distance walks. I'm the one that does every 2 to 3 months.
What, with blinders on?
May I finish, please? I just want you to talk to them.
Yes, you may finish, sorry.
Thank you. So I'm the one that does, I usually give up 2 hours, 3 hours every 2 months or so to do extended landscaping walks with all of our members. Now, Judy, I agree with everything you just said. Just so you know, we're not living in different worlds at all. When I moved into Desert Green years ago, everything was green. There was a lot more shrubs, there was a lot more flowers, there were a lot more trees, especially the fruit. So the guys on me, that every house had one in front. And those things all, now, I know nothing about landscaping.
That's right.
I know, but hey, if you're an expert, feel free. You can do the 3-hour walks around the community when it's 120. You feel free to do that if you're on yourself.
Oh yeah, I already did.
Guys,
Oh, stop.
I do that.
She's
I literally
disgusting.
do it every 2 months. These guys will, we get nothing to do this. So it's not like I have all these crazy incentives and ways I benefit. Like you said, I don't even live there. I'm trying to preserve my home value the same way that you guys are. I mean, that's the only benefit for me in any of it. So there has been a huge struggle over the past few years. Inflation has gone up ridiculously. We have to do a reserve study every 2 years. You guys can laugh all you want. You're not. It's all in all the board meeting minutes. Feel free to go through it. The budget is.
Yeah, I would say it's management. Yeah, it's management.
Well, you know what?
You know, hey, if I can interject, if it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad that everybody is here tonight. We've had many meetings over the last, I don't know, I've been involved on the board since 2007 or 8. With a little break when I had cancer, I had to step down for a little bit, but I came back. And this is, we have meetings. They're announced. The dates are in the newsletter, and nobody comes.
Well, now we're here.
But I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. Now we're here. So let's move on.
All right, may I?
Emily has all stuff.
No. I am responding to a homeowner who, Judy, I want to make sure you know that we heard you, and so, and everybody. So I'm glad you're here, and when you say in your time, you said that nobody ever informed you about anything. Nobody ever said anything that was happening. We, at every board meeting, go over the things on the agenda, and we talk about how to save the homeowners the most amount of money while still preserving the community in the best way we can. And all I can say is it's unfortunate that you weren't in the meetings to hear how the decisions were made, but you're here now.
Good.
The rocks and the removal of trees and the removal of all these things, all of those things were discussed ad nauseum. And as Michael was about to say, we have to have reserve studies, and I think this might help to know this information.
I've been here 30 years. I know all about the
And so what's happened is we are not funding the reserves 100%. I don't think there's any community in Las Vegas that funds to 100%.
We used to.
I'm sorry?
We used to.
I don't know that.
I do. I have records.
It's okay.
Yeah, Painted Desert did. But nevertheless, we have fought for many years not to continue raising the dues because all of our prices, as you know, landscaping is expensive. Those trees, those beautiful trees, the roots broke, they grew into the lines and caused leaks that were thousands of dollars to prevent.
Not my property.
That's where the money's going.
Not my property.
I know, but
You just spent thousands of dollars taking my grass out of my property and thousands of dollars on putting rock in.
It didn't cost anything.
Oh, well, it will now because my trees are dead. My trees are dead.
Nevertheless.
Do you know how many thousands of dollars those trees cost? And you just killed them with your rock.
Have to replace because we're
They didn't need replacing. They didn't need replacing. See, that's your mentality. They didn't need replacing. They were doing great. You leave some grass to protect the roots. You don't hire a hack company who doesn't even know how to put the drippers in properly to even get to the trees, and you kill the trees. Do you know how long it took for you to kill the trees? 4 months. It took you 4 months to kill the trees.
It's enough.
Yeah, it's enough. Why don't you? I want the rock taken off of my property.
Can I
She
do
muted
one
it.
last
She
thing?
muted it. So hold on.
I don't care.
One last
Good
thing.
job. Good job.
I want to thank Colleen because ever since I have been here, she has been most attentive. She's been kind,
Very
Serious. They're so stupid.
and
I know, we're
as
gonna
far
see
as
if
I
I
know,
caught
she
something
follows
too on the
through on
camera.
everything
One
on
second.
her end when it's doing, getting the messages and the emails and the reports forward. And at least I can speak for myself. Colleen, I've been through some hard times, you know it, and she's always been there. So thank you.
Yeah, Colleen helps. She forwards it. She forwards it then, and then they don't do anything, and then Colleen has to tell me they don't do anything while they let my shrubs die in front of my house, and they send this lousy
Colleen, you can.
bright world to kill everything.
All right, we're gonna move on, everybody except for.
What are you going to do? And another thing,
Continue.
how much rebate did you get from the water company?
2024
Did she say she
annual
muted us
organizational board
completely?
minutes.
How much rebate did you get from the community, from the water company?
All in favor?
They blocked us out.
Oh. That's pretty shady, you know? Pretty shady.
We have June, July, and August in your board package.
I'd say they're a bunch of
Read off
crooks.
numbers for August.
They
We
freaking.
have 84,878.88 in operating, 215,851.32 in reserves. Accounts receivable is 15,175.83, and accounts payable is 1,869.65. We are we're actually under budget, 7,130.42. This is August, so we haven't finished work yet. So I have a motion to approve financial subject to audit.
God, you're disgusting. You're about as crooked as they
Are you
are.
looking at that, Michael?
Crooked. He doesn't even live here.
Right, exactly. That's exactly correct.
Let me just
And you
look
hit the nail
also.
on the head with that, and that was a sensitive subject. And then she tried to say that we were attacking.
Are you
her.
am I muted?
Yeah, she's got it. Let me try. I tried to override it here. Let's see if I can override it again. But when
Thank you. I move to approve.
I second.
I know that you did very good. Very good.
Any discussion? Sorry, God.
No, yeah, I think
I'm
we're
gonna
good.
try and
Okay, all in favor?
live again.
Aye.
Okay, after long debates over this budget, page 18 and 19.
And he's quick with a joke or to light up your smoke. But there's some place
Do we have a motion to approve the budget for 2021?
Okay, so, hold on, real quick. So we went up to 8 bucks, which was passing on to the reserve in preparation for that next level. What's the $8? Where is that placed as far as likely protection for next year?
But even with that $8, that only gets us 58%.
Okay, but that's better than, yeah, that's,
Oh my God, I thought it was gonna be so much worse.
right.
But we need the $8 to just get to the point where we're actually meeting the reserve study requirement.
What a bunch of mismanagement.
Who is this Samantha? Who is Samantha?
And she's been
That's with the $8 increase, which is the minimum that we could, we couldn't do anything less than that without funding reserves, or at least showing we were making an attempt to fund reserves. We're trying.
What a joke.
Can't get it to 100 though, not even close. She said 58%.
You incompetent people.
Is that a second?
That is a second.
All in favor?
Let's stream it
Aye.
also again. Unless they ask this
All right,
specifically during this agenda item, we're not
I
we're
was
supposed
trying to
to.
get an update on that
But you did good.
Crooked
You
Mountain
did.
visitor
At
park.
least you got
I can
it
see
in
that
there.
you're cutting.
That was my whole demand. I didn't have anybody to back me up. I was the only one that even said anything. Thank God you spoke up. Then it doesn't make me look like I'm just sending out letters.
that
You know?
last
There's
concrete
homeowners that are upset about this.
We did meet with all the contractors for
No,
walls.
nothing is
So
solved.
they
Nothing
all
is
got
solved.
bids in, that was on
Nothing.
the
It's a bunch of
agenda.
gobbledygook.
Yeah,
Same
they
thing with
just.
landscape bids, we
A
have.
guy who doesn't even live here and is president? Give me a break.
Right.
What a
That's what I was saying.
And as you can tell, there's a lot of things in pictures of things that are being fixed or replaced or, there's been a lot of line breaks. We're gonna talk about, the controllers having to be repaired and or replaced. I think that's all I have right now. It's in there. If you guys got a chance to look at the, everything I know is on it that I can think of.
I have, how many, landscaper, bids do we have?
We have. Five, six. Four. Well, four of them came in on time.
Okay.
So we have four to open. And then,
I mean, I actually have one for you on the landscape because somebody's coming up from Lakeview, like, when you get a
Awesome,
warranty
my
on the
God.
landscape conversion, are they
He's not
only
even out, is he?
guaranteeing the actual new whether it's turf or rock.
'Cause he's been there a little longer.
During the conversion, or does that also include the preservation of existing things within that yard?
Let's go back and.
Yeah, we should pull that, because, and we should probably do that before.
By the time you do it, the things
So
are
that
dead
way,
anyway.
It's already after the fact now. So they're just using our money to try and cover up their tracks.
Okay. Alright, sounds good. Alright, so on postponing all of that, because we still have questions. Lots of questions. Alright, on the rock disposal, you know, that has come up a few times for perhaps about a month or so. We really don't have the money.
Thinking it's funny though, our camera glasses are flashing in the camera. Look, they're like, this guy's recording, yeah. Every word.
Are you talking about the...
Oh, here we go. What do you think, Samantha? Don't ask her what she thinks. She doesn't even think. Don't get mad.
She doesn't have a brain in her head.
Oh, you would ask about this, so I just want to make sure that, you know, you got there. So what had happened, and I'm going to be very brief in this, but I know we're running very brief. When we had originally had a lot of that rock, the company that did it, this is 12 years ago, 13 years ago, there were areas where they put down far more rock. But you left me for another man. And called it a spilling issue in this street. And what am I gonna do? You see the wreck and rock kind of collapse down into the gutters in the street. We ended up settling, that's in my 12 years or whatever it's been on the board, that's the only bill we've ever actually refused.
Yeah.
Because it become so problematic. It was many thousands of dollars, I don't remember the exact price, but it was tens of thousands of dollars in the wall. So we ended up settling, paying a fraction of the price for it. And that's why you're seeing discussion about removal of rock. It was really to prevent injury from rock falling into the streets, and then it created tripping or slipping hazards in those areas where
They won't let us say a word until that last 3 minutes. That's why I'm going to end up having to just
A
write
lot
for
more
them.
people to come, because a lot of them don't know, they don't use the computer, and it's just not for them, and so they're not getting represented. We used to have quite a few, a nice group
Right.
of people that would come, and then you can exchange, not this back and forth stuff, because you can't. And the second is, excuse me, that, okay, the water company was out here the other week, and she was going around with you guys looking with her little pad. And, okay. With her little pad and stuff, and I was wondering, what was the result? Did you get a quote or something, a so-called rebate? And then also, I'd like to know when you're going to put my grass back, because it's urgent. It's been 4 months and you've already killed the trees. I hope they're not, but in 4 months you killed the trees. The last time, well, I'm not going to, so I'm not going to go into.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I just wanted to say real quick, I think why Ms. Connor is so frustrated is because she already went through this once, and legally they battled it and they already won, and then they had to come back and replace the grass, and then here it was taken out a second time. That was her story that she was explaining in the beginning. So of course you can understand how somebody who's been here for so many years would be frustrated that they've already went through this one time, and it's already been proven that she was the owner and the rightful owner of the front yard on her particular property, and then here it was taken out a second time without her knowledge. So she of course was a little frustrated. So
Okay, thanks, Paul. All right, guys. Call the tournament at 7:53.
What a joke.
Oh, let me stop the Billy.
It's a liability. Okay, cool.
Okay, next item is
I'm back recording.
Main Bridge.
See the little light flashing? It makes people nervous when the light flashes.
On 1300, tax return at 175. the same thing. They have a motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the 2025 management contract.
Wait a second.
As you know,
Don't forget me, please.
I could tell you I was fragile. I could tell you I was weak. I can write you out a letter, tell you anything you need. I've seen minutes turn to hours, hours turn to years, and I've seen truth turn to power. If you could see me the way I see you, if you could feel me the way I feel you, you'd be a believer, you'd be a believer. And it's turned to hours, hours turn to years, and I've seen truth turn to power. I could tell you I was ageless, but I know you see the light. I could tell you I'm immune to everything, but that's a lie. Dust don't turn to flowers, skies don't disappear, but I've seen truth turn to power. Oh, if you could see me the way I see you, if you could feel me the way I feel you, you'd be a believer, you'd be a believer, you'd be a believer, you'd be hard to keep going on. I said it's hard to keep going on. It's hard to keep going on. Oh, if you could see me where I see you, if you could feel me where I feel you, you'd be a believer, you'd be a believer, be a believer, be a believer, be a believer, you'd be. And it's turned to hours, hours turn to years, and I've seen truth turn to power.
Let it die, let it die, let it shrivel up and come on, who's with me, huh?
Nobody.
You greedy dirtbag!
Thank you.